Hello and welcome to the Balancing Act San Francisco edition. I'm Montel Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of The Balancing Act, real estate investing made simple, helping older adults stay active, information on a local credit union, an after-school science education program for high school students, and so much more. Today on The Balancing Act.
Stay tuned for some valuable money tips.
Real estate investing is complicated. Whether you're looking to start your investment portfolio or looking to go from an active to a more passive investor, finding the right financial advisor is pivotal to your success.
It's important for people to find an advisor to work with that's going to match with what your objectives are. Over time, you will have different changes in your life and different changes of what your overall position looks like. And you need to have an advisor that's going to be with you all the way through as these changes come and as they go.
Sequent Real Estate and Wealth Management is made up of a team of experts in both financial investing and real estate that can guide you in the right direction.
We started Sequent because we felt that there was a gap in the financial services industry, and we thought that our expertise with asset management and real estate could really be a benefit for a subset of clients in the market. We work with a lot of families that have portfolios of real estate. And what we've found over time with years of different entities, different trusts, different family partnerships, that it's important for us to support them in consolidating or transferring across their families. And we have several strategies that we use to do that in an efficient way.
A 1031 exchange is part of our internal revenue code that allows an individual to sell a piece of investment real estate, defer the tax liability at that time on the sale by buying another piece of investment real estate.
The requirements of a 1031 exchange, you have 45 days to identify which properties are potentially options to invest in, and you have 180 days to close on any of those properties. The restrictions are also that you have to sell a real estate property. You can't sell your primary residence.
Many of our clients come to us with single-family residential ownership of which they would like to do a 1031 exchange with. And we are able to follow the 1031 exchange guidelines by taking the proceeds from the sale of their single-family rental and placing that into larger institutional properties that are professionally managed. The benefit of having access to these institutional properties through a group like Sequent Real Estate Plus Wealth Management is that most of us don't have access to these 50, 100 plus $1 million buildings. So we provide access to the general public to these larger institutional assets that most of us would not have access to.
The larger the investment, the more complex. Sequent has years of expertise to handle any size investment, and they make sure to focus on you.
The beauty of this business is we get some investors that want full passive management. So they come to us with all their proceeds and say, where can I put this money into? And then we have other investors who maybe bought another form of real property and they just have leftover proceeds. So we can take those small tickets of 100,000, but we've also had proceeds of 20 million. One financial planning tip that I could give to the general public is to really try to optimize and take advantage of tax advantage investing. If your company offers a 401k, or you can open a traditional IRA or Roth IRA on your own. And basically this allows you to grow your savings while taking advantage of tax deferral for your income through the traditional IRA or the 401k, or growing tax-free through a Roth IRA.
The advantage of having a financial advisor with real estate expertise is that this individual can provide you with investment opportunities that fit your financial goals, and they have a full understanding of the due diligence process that goes behind selecting the real estate and ensuring that you can have a successful transaction.
Investing doesn't only help your future. Starting now can help you create family wealth for generations to come.
At Sequent, we help our clients with the difficulties of transitioning their wealth and their legacy to the next generation. We do that by working together with not only our clients, but their beneficiaries, often their kids, and help them figure out what's important to them after they're not around anymore. Having everything in place creates a seamless transition from one generation to the next.
To learn more about Sequent Real Estate and Wealth Management and your investing options, visit sequent-rewm.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
There's so much incredible work done by nonprofit organizations right on our doorstep. Let's take a look.
Do you know that in 10 years there will be more Americans over the age of 65 than children under 18? Aging is a natural part of life. It's important, however, that as you age, you also stay active and engaged. This can help you maintain strength, independence, and joy well into your later years.
Organizations like Avenidas help to support people as they age in place, regardless of their financial ability to do so. As a nonprofit, we partner with donors, foundations, members, and cities, as well as our local county government.
For over 55 years, Avenidas has been proudly serving older adults in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Avenidas stands for reinventing what aging looks like in today's society. Here in Santa Clara County, 32% of older adults 65 and older are at risk of not having enough funds to maintain their quality of life and basic needs like housing and food.
Avenidas is on a mission to help older adults in the community be as active, engaged, and healthy as possible.
Avenidas programs and services meet people where they are on their aging journey. It is very important for older adults to stay active. Research shows that in addition to a healthy diet, exercise and staying socially connected are key to reducing stress and helping to prevent chronic illnesses. Avenidas helps combat social isolation by offering opportunities for people to connect over common interests. Avenidas Care Partners helps family caregivers navigate complex health, legal, and financial systems, as well as enhance communication strategies and help caregivers find respite and practice self-care.
Avenidas has 3 locations. Our downtown Palo Alto site serves older adults and their families through social work services, enrichment services, enhanced care management. Our transportation program is located here, as well as our village model where we support older adults to age in place. Our Avenidas Rose Kleiner Center in Mountain View is an adult day program. We provide social day model as well as health services. And then our Avenidas Chinese Community Center, located in South Palo Alto, serves the Chinese community primarily, but also people interested in learning Chinese culture.
With such a wide variety of relevant services and programs, Avenidas is sure to have something for everyone.
The Avenidas Chinese Community Center began as an idea from one board member who saw a need for services in the growing Chinese older adult population in our community. The Avenidas Rainbow Collective is a dedicated space for the LGBTQ senior community.
When my father came to visit me from Hong Kong, every day he talked about his wonderful experiences at the Avenidas, so I know how important it is for the seniors. I teach a world food tour class, art class, and Cantonese class. Thanks to Avenidas, I think I have found a meaningful life. The Wise Owl players are seniors who have learned to do a unique form of dramatized readings of full-length plays. And it's just a wonderful program to transcend the mundane in life.
I learned about Avenidas through my local newspaper, and it invited people to audition for a play. That was 9 years ago, and I'm now a seasoned member of the Wise Owl Players at Avenidas.
There's so many benefits to being in an Avenidas class. The Wise Owl is, first of all, it's a lot of fun, and we all need to laugh more. I've learned a lot about plays I never would have known, so I'm very glad to be part of this.
Avenidas is helping the community by engaging youth and young adults in our programs. This will hopefully inspire them to take up careers in the field of aging or perhaps develop products that support healthy aging, or even continue to volunteer with older adults.
Community-driven support is essential for maintaining one's health and well-being. Our support that we have here for caregivers supporting their older adults at home is truly unmatched from what I've experienced in other agencies.
To learn more about Avenidas, visit avenidas.org or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Looking to make the most of your money? Watch this.
Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Credit unions are quickly gaining in popularity because when you join a credit union, you're not just opening an account. You're becoming part of a financial institution that works for your best interest.
Patelco started in 1936 by a handful of employees from what was then the Pacific Telephone and Telegraph Company, which is now AT&T. They pulled $500 together and they created Patelco to be a credit union to help their fellow employees build better financial futures. Patelco has evolved a lot since our very humble roots. From $500 of assets, we now have over $9.5 billion. From a handful of members, we now have over 500,000. We have a full array of products and services, and we serve the greater Northern California area, not just San Francisco.
Patelco Credit Union has been serving Northern California for 88 years. With 36 locations and counting, their mission is to help strengthen their members' financial lives.
Like a traditional bank, credit unions offer a full array of products and services. But unlike a traditional bank, we're a member-owned financial cooperative that's not for profit. Our members are both our owners and our customers, and we're here to serve and work for them. We are not responsible or beholden to a third party or other investors. Credit unions are federally insured. We have advanced technology for member convenience, and there's a credit union available to serve everyone, everywhere. We act with care, and we act with the highest level of integrity for our members and for each other.
Back in 1996, I was banking with a traditional bank, but Patelco was so conveniently located and all of my coworkers were Patelco members that I thought, I'll take this leap of faith and move my money to Patelco Credit Union. Obviously, best leap of faith I've ever taken, because here we are 29 years later and I'm still a member. When I go into any of the Patelco locations, I'm working with people that also have their money there at Patelco that I can trust, and I know they've got my best interests in mind.
It's easier than you might think to become a member. Opening an account with a credit union is basically the same as with a traditional bank.
Our CEO, Aaron Mendez, personally reads and responds to every email and every letter that we get from our members. That's the kind of relationships we want to build with our members. Everything we earn goes back to our members in the form of better rates and lower fees. It's easy to join a credit union. Just drop into a branch or go online, is my favorite way, and you'll be connected to a real person who will talk to you about switching and saving with Patelco. We're here to help our members with their financial health and well-being. Our certified financial specialists are highly trained to support you on your financial journey. It doesn't matter where you start, we're here to help make your dreams happen. Our members save an average of $1,500 a year versus if they had been at a traditional bank. We typically pay up to 4 times the California average for our savings accounts. Our credit card rates are fantastic. They're probably lower than what you have in your wallet today. And our credit builder accounts really help you build your credit, and we also have ways for you to lower your payments. So whatever your needs are, we're here to help you save by switching to Patelco. We care deeply about our communities. You'll find us in schools. We go to community centers. We go to events, businesses, libraries, any place we can share the message on how to protect yourself and improve your financial well-being.
Anybody that's on the fence about working with a credit union or moving their money to a credit union, have the trust in a company like Patelco and an institution like Patelco, because they are always looking out for you. They are very trustworthy. And for me, what separates Patelco from other financial institutions is the people. Every time I go into Patelco, I have a fantastic experience, and I know that you will too.
We're here to make a difference despite the craziness of everything around us. And I want to let you know that the Patelco team is here to meet you where you're at and help forge forward with you to make your better financial tomorrow.
When you join Patelco, you'll feel the difference between becoming a member versus being a customer. To learn more about Patelco Credit Union, visit patelco.org or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Education is always evolving. Let's see some of the innovations that are helping our kids learn better.
Across the country, schools face a growing gap regarding science education between what they can offer and what the future demands. For many high schools, access to modern resources and cutting-edge programs remains a challenge.
Science careers at public schools is not in the radar of some students because there is a lack of resources. It's a problem with funding. It's a problem with good mentors and role models that have the time and the space to also navigate the social emotional space of the student and generate authentic motivation. If we want to look at this from the angle of the students themselves, I think we need to pay more attention to them and to their well-being as the starting point to develop the interest in science careers.
Meet the program that's changing the game. Founded over 25 years ago, Earth Team, the missing link in STEM, is committed to empowering the next generation by offering quality service learning projects.
So Earth Team was born on Earth Day 1984 to support teachers and students, to build a program that could introduce some hands-on, more fun, more of the elements that were lacking at the time in the high schools and are still lacking today. We decided 12 years ago to actually develop a single focus program, the internship program. So now we are only serving 100, 150 students per year with the goal of providing them the highest quality experience in informal STEM learning. We are paying the internship because we want to create a work-based learn experience, so it not only helps them bring some income to the family, but also they don't have to go and get a restaurant job and they can invest in their own personal growth.
I was looking for environmental education opportunities, and specifically I love working outdoors, and I wanted to really make an impact with students, and I found Earth Team online, and I saw that they had a really close-knit group. Working with your students, you have a really close bond with your team, and that's how I was able to find it and reach out. I am responsible at Earth Team for leading 2 of our schools down in Alameda County, so I am a program coordinator. I design the curriculum, I plan all of our lessons, lead our lessons, and I mentor our students. My students are my top priority, and I want to be there for them in any capacity that they need me. Part of being a program coordinator not only means that you're coordinating with the teachers and the students, but I'm also coordinating with our community partners and the districts as well. Some of our biggest grants this year are working with restoration, specifically habitat restoration for monarch butterflies. This is a really important spot for them, and so my students and I, we head out into the field. We head to creeks, local marshes, areas where these butterflies are found, and we do restoration activities. So we remove invasive species, we plant milkweeds and other healthy native plants, we remove litter, and overall we just beautify these communities and we make it a really healthy habitat, not just for the butterflies and for all of the animals living there, but for students as well.
There's always challenges. I think the biggest thing is just that we're working with high school students. They're at a very difficult juncture of their lives. They're starting to be asked a lot of questions that they may not necessarily have the answers to. There's a lot of uncertainty, and then there's also, they see things in the news all the time. There's just a lot of anxiety. So we're really working with students to try to structure the chaos and give them a positive vision for how they can impact the world around them. I love Earth Team so much. I love what we do. I think the thing I love the most about it is that we have 2 really important components that we're able to combine together. So one of them is the environmental science education. We're able to work with these students, give them really comprehensive, high-quality environmental science lessons after school. And then the other piece is taking them outdoors. So getting to combine those 2 pieces together, to me, is the coolest part of what we do. I have 2 primary responsibilities. First of all, I am in charge of planning and executing our outdoor trips. Also, as the program director, I serve as a support for all of our staff I think the thing that I believe is most valuable about what we do is our outdoor trips, whether it's going out on a hiking trip in a place that they wouldn't have otherwise visited, or doing an extended 5 to 7 night backpacking trip where they're really immersed in the wilderness. Those are the types of experiences that I think can really make a difference in our students' lives. It can really change their perspective.
My favorite project actually is our watershed restoration at Wildcat Creek that runs through the East Bay. We started off my first year planting native species in the waterbed to prevent erosion. And now the past couple years we've just been maintaining it, and we've been making sure that it's litter free. I do like my mentors. I've had a couple different ones throughout the 3 years I've been here. The communication is great, we get to talk, they reach out about opportunities. There's always something to do when you ask them. There's always somewhere where you can be a leader. I actually brought a lot of students to Earth Team this year just because of how much a fun time it's been. It's my last year in Earth Team, so I wanted to make sure that I left behind more students to continue the program. That's important to me because, you always want to create that kind of legacy of a program. It's a great resource in itself, and to keep people going in there and keep contributing, it will grow bigger and it'll have more impact.
I've learned how to identify native and non-native plants. I've also learned about Native American grounds here in California, and I really enjoyed that lesson. My favorite project definitely has to be our Martin Luther King service days. It's just a nice opportunity to get out to the community, do some outreach, as well as plant some trees, do some weeding, help the earth basically.
I'm very passionate about helping the environment, and I think it's something that we really need to do, and our generation really needs to take up that responsibility. And Earth Team just seemed like an opportunity to be able to do that. So I really like the kind of hands-on experiences where we, remove invasive plants, plant native plants, that kind of stuff, where we get to do the physical aspect of it, because you don't really get to do that in a classroom. In today's society where you're kind of online all the time and all your schoolwork is online or on paper, and you kind of have to go somewhere to get into nature. It's nice to have a reason to do that. I would definitely recommend Earth Team to people. I have recommended Earth Team to people because it's just really fun and a great space to learn about the environment, help the environment, socialize. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be back for a 4th year because it's just great opportunities.
From hands-on experiments to partnerships with industry leaders, this program connects students to the real world of science.
The Earth Team internship is ideal for this 11th period, this after-school space, because what we do is outside the realm of what students are expected to do in the classroom. In the classroom, students learn and answer questions and get graded on that performance. But with Earth Team, we try to take their curiosity, their experience, and instead of grading them upon it, fostering this professionalism, this experience, and skills that they will take beyond the classroom, beyond Earth Team, and instill into their communities and their own lives.
The students at high school age, we all know they struggle. And for them, this program makes a whole difference in their lives. We need support to make this program grow and to be available to more and more students that are struggling in our high school system right now. That's my dream, is to offer that to all the students with no barriers to access. Just come, you're welcome, we're gonna help you out.
To learn more about Earth Team and how you can help support their work, visit the earthteam.net site or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Thanks for joining us on The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.